All right. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day weekend. So I probably in reality should have filmed this earlier because I was actually I was pretty hot over this, like irritated. Was it yesterday? I don't know. It's been a recurring thing that I've been noticing in the world, and I just want to talk about it because I think it's very irritating, and frankly, I don't understand it at all. Like, not one iota. I do not understand why. And that is the world so far gone? Is collective consciousness so far gone at this point? And the conditioning is so deep-seated that we overvalue all the almost seemingly, in the grand scheme of things, like inconsequential stuff, and the irrelevant stuff, relatively speaking, in the grand scheme of things. I'm not saying these things are entirely irrelevant. I'm saying in the grand scheme of things and somewhat irrelevant. And then we undervalue the most important things. And I'm going to get to what I think that is. I think we judge people too much based on what side of the freaking road they're on in politics, how much money they have, how much money they don't have, what the color of their skin is, what they look like. Do they have Botox? Do they not have Botox? Like a million things. What sports teams do they like? What clubs do they belong to? What sports do they play? What sports do they not play? Are they college educated or not college educated? What kind of car do they drive? What restaurants do they eat at? Where do their kids go to school? The list goes on. We judge everyone off all that shit, right? And we're not friends with certain people because, oh, they don't have this, or they have this, or they click in this, and bullshit. Smoke and mirrors. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm calling a spade because I'm irritated. It's made me sad to see for a lot of years, but now I'm to the point where I'm irritated about it enough to try and influence change. We need to start thinking differently. It's bullshit. Why are we putting so much weight on ancillary, superficial, surface level garbage? Why? Why does it matter? Because I think about it with my own friends. We always laugh about it. It's like a group of us that all grew up together, right? We've known each other basically since we were in diapers. We're now all about 30, okay? We always laugh about it. On paper, none of us really have anything in common anymore. Nothing. None of the, societal bullshit. Crap. Just garbage. None of it. We're all in completely different places, different occupations, different places geographically, different interests, different hobbies, different family dynamics. Everything. All that's different. Yet, they're all my best friends, right? I talked to one of them. I just saw one right now. Had dinner with him tonight. Spent the evening hanging out with him. I talked to another one I haven't spoken to in, 3-4 months. A couple nights ago. Picked up right where he left off. Real. Just a real. And someone overheard that conversation. Like, damn, the love is palpable. The love. That's what I'm getting at. Vibe, vibration, love, care, resonance. Do you guys resonate? See, that's the problem, is everyone's ignoring the vibe, the energy. Some of these people you may have stuff in common with on paper. Oh, you work in the same field, or you drive the same car, or you play the same sport, you travel to the same places, you go to the same nail salon, you go to the same Pilates studio, you go to the same gym. But on a deep vibe, all the superficial shit, oh yeah, you might have in common. I don't really think that's commonality. Commonality is depth, vibration, resonance. Do you guys resonate on a vibrational level? Because that's truth. All this other surface level crap is not truth. At the end of the day, and I'm not saying it's entirely BS, and it should be thrown out the window. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I am suggesting, however, is that we value true connection more than the superficial surface level stuff. That's why I'm calling it crap right now, because it seems to me, like I said, that the collective, we've been so programmed, it's divisive to click up and to do this, and we've got to be, it's bullshit. I'm like fed up with it. I'm fed up with seeing it. I'm fed up interacting with it. I'm fed up dealing with it. Because it's fake. It's garbage. It's not truth. That's not how, whatever your belief system or background is, whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever you believe in, let's just call it nature for the sake of this discussion. I believe in God. Doesn't matter. Again, there you go. Doesn't matter if I believe in God and you believe in the universe, or you believe, it doesn't matter. I do not believe it is the way nature intended for us to live. To judge people based on surface level garbage and to write them off, or to associate with the wrong people who really don't resonate with who you are at your core, because all this stuff on the surface makes sense and adds up. I do not think, it's not real. So then your relationship gets tested, your relationship that you think you have, based on all these, they check my boxes. But there's no connection. There's no depth. So when it hits the fan, it's kind of like, this is interesting. Same thing with relationships as it is with yourself. That old quote, when it hits the fan, you get to find out who you are. Well, when it hits the fan with your friends, with your associates, with your significant other, with whoever, I believe that a relationship has an identity too. Your personal identity is exposed when it hits the fan in your own life. The identity of the relationship or lack thereof gets exposed when it hits the fan. So then shit hits the fan, and the identity or the lack thereof, the lack of substance, the lack of depth gets exposed. And then you have people going behind your back, doing shady shit, being disloyal. Oh, but I forgot. You had all the boxes checked on paper. They were the perfect match. But they weren't. Because you're looking at it from a surface level, superficial perspective, and you're not feeling about it. That's trying to intellectualize something that's not meant to be intellectualized. I do not believe that true relationships are a math equation. I do not believe it's not how it works. It's vibrational. You ever notice when you have a real connection with someone, it doesn't really matter what field they work in, or how much money they have, or how much, that's why there's so much hatred in the world. We write people off based on bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm hot. See, I was hot earlier, and then I start talking about it, I get right back, because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing people pick relationships and pick circles based on fluff and ultimate nonsense in the grand scheme of things. Don't think about it. Feel about it. How do they make, and you can't run from it. So you may say, oh, well, they check all the boxes and everything's good on paper and we have this, and this in common. But you know how you feel about those people. Do they really resonate with you? Do you connect with them? Is there connection? Is there depth? Is there anything more? Because guess what? When it gets hard, all those little boxes on a piece of paper ain't enough to hold y'all together. You better have something deep. You better have it deep with you. You better have some depth with your friends and people you keep in your close circle and your significant other. And people you choose to partner in a close way in a business scenario with. You better have some depth. You better have some real common ground, some real commonality. I'm talking about on a vibrational core level. None of this superficial. Here I go again. Now I'm beating a dead horse. I just can't. I honestly cannot be emphatic enough about this. Because I see far too many people choosing, staying, doing relationships for the wrong reasons, for all the stuff that doesn't matter, and at the drop of a hat gets wiped away when life really happens and it hits the fan. It ain't enough. There's no glue, there's no connection, there's no resonance. So anyway, just some food for thought, like everything. Lead from a place of, I think true love is resonance. What resonates with you? From your heart, from your core, from your internal. What is your internal guided system? What do you feel about these people? Not what they can, again, that's another thing. Well, what can they do for me? Bullshit. Superficial. Transactional. You're not friends. You might as well be business. I don't know what the hell that is. That's not true giving in any situation is giving unconditionally without expectation. That is not, the latter is transacting. Well, what can they do for me? Bullshit. Are they going to make me look cooler? Do they have money? Do they have clout? You're like, what circle are they in? How do people view them? Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's not real. It's fluff. It's like dust. Anyway, much love to you guys always. Much love to everyone. I just encourage you. I encourage you to feel about things more than you just think about them, and don't try to intellectualize and be pragmatic with things that aren't meant to be intellectualized, i.e. feelings. Feelings are not meant to be intellectualized. Sometimes you cannot oftentimes, more often than not, I believe, in my personal experience, you cannot intellectualize and necessarily make sense of why there's a connection between people. Why you guys resonate. It just is. Trust it. That's truth. Much love to you guys. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your weekend. The intensity's at an all-time high, but it comes from the heart, and I mean it. I mean what I say. I would love to see people really resonating on a core level. Great. You guys have commonalities on paper too. Awesome. Even better. It's icing on the cake, though. The real friendship, the real connection, the real commonality lies in depth. It lies in commonality on a core level. All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Much love.